Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my 2017 beauty favorites. These are definitely my standout products that I just always went back to. I also included a couple of my favorite makeup brushes as well, and you already know it's going to be a long video. I can already tell by the amount of products that I have here that we're going to be here for a little while, so don't forget to grab your snacks. I got my iced coffee, so I'm set for the video. But yeah, let me know your favorites also down below. Feel free to leave me also video requests that you have for 2018. I think it's going to be a great year, you guys. I can just feel it. I graduate college, and there's so many good things coming for the year, and I can't wait. And I wish you guys the best 2018 as well. I hope you guys have an awesome year full of happiness, love, blessings, and success. Anyways, enough mushy talk. I know we're all here for the favorites, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to basically start in the order in which I would do my makeup, just to kind of keep things organized and a little bit easy to follow along with. So I always start with my brows. If you know me, you already know that. So I have like two standout products that I absolutely love. So the first one is the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil. I love outlining my brows with this and then filling them in with a pomade. I don't know what it is about this pencil. It's just like one of those that I just kept going back to. The formula is really nice because it's creamy, but it's not too creamy. It's like a really nice brush tip. It comes with a spoolie on the end. It really is like the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I mean, this is so much cheaper. This is only like $9 or $10 at Ulta, and I've really been obsessed with this Ulta Beauty brand for the past couple of months. It's just like such a great brand that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, and they actually have really great products. I don't really find this brand to be super expensive. It's not really super affordable like Wet n Wild, but it's not expensive. It's like right in the middle. I would say a lot of their things can retail from $10 to $9, $11. I mean, it really depends, but I really love this brow pencil. It's super creamy. It works really well. And then for my pomade, I've been using this nonstop the entire year. I've repurchased it. I used like my Anastasia brow pomade a couple times, but like I always just went back to this because the formula is just like perfect, and I feel like for the price, you can't really beat it. That's the NYX Tame Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. And mine is like, literally I hit pan on another one again because I use this all the time. I have this one in the shade Espresso, and it's just my perfect match. I feel like my eyebrows have definitely evolved. They're not perfect, but when I look back at my old videos, I'm like, girl, your eyebrows look a hot mess. But like now I feel like they fit my face better, and I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like these two products together, they're just amazing. So the brow pencil, by the way, is in the shade medium brown, and these match me perfectly. Okay, moving into eyeshadow palettes, I really only have these because these are the ones that I feel like I used all the time. Like every single time I got a new eyeshadow palette, I would use my new palette, and then I always went back to this one. So the first one that I have is the NYX Lid Lingerie Shadow Palette. It's actually the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today to create this everyday look. I filmed this look before, and I love this look. It's just like my go-to everyday glam neutral look, and this palette is amazing. You can see you get 6 nice matte eyeshadows. They're really great sizes. I can't believe I didn't hit pan on any of these because I've used them a ton. So like, I don't know, they're just really great matte, creamy, pigmented eyeshadows, and I think this is just a really great everyday eyeshadow palette because if you love neutrals and you love matte looks, I think this is perfect. And you know, a lot of us have a lot of different eyeshadow palettes, so like if you want like a shimmery brow bone or something, you can always like use your highlighter or use a different eyeshadow palette. But this is just like an essential little nice 6 matte eyeshadow palette that I love, and it works so well. So other palettes that I have are these from Morphe. Let me just very quickly say I'm not a Morphe affiliate. The things that I talk about on my channel that are Morphe, I genuinely love them. I don't get paid. I never even got PR or anything from them, and I don't expect that. I buy everything with my own money, so I'm a customer just like you guys, so I know that it's a very hyped up brand, and I agree, but the stuff that I talk about on my channel is like always 100% honest. You guys know I keep it real. But anyways, I love these palettes. These are the 25A and 25B eyeshadow palettes. Honestly, I don't really see a lot of people talking about these. Like everybody loves the 350, 350 I mean, I love those eyeshadow palettes as well, but these are 10 times better quality in my opinion. The formula is creamier, it's butterier, it's more buttery, it blends better in my opinion. So my favorite, I don't know, I love this one for the summertime, the 25A, because I love my bronzy looks. But I love the other one just for like all year. You can see this is just a bunch of warm colors. These are super affordable. They're only $17 or $18 a piece, or if you get a bundle, you get them for $34 each. I got mine on Morphe's website. I know they sell these at Ulta. They have like different packaging though. I don't know if they're the same exact formula. I recommend getting them on their website because they are just the creamiest formulas ever. Like this color right here is just fabulous. Do you see that? I love it. So it's a really great quality eyeshadow palette. You get a ton of shades. You can do so many looks with it. So this is definitely one of those palettes that I just always go back to because it works so good and you have so many different shades to choose from. And then the 25B is a little bit more of like a mauve tone purpley color. Yes, so beautiful. I stuck to a lot of these colors around here because I feel like these really make my brown eyes pop. I mean, obviously anybody with any color eyes would look beautiful with this palette, but definitely think for brown-eyed girls this is a great palette to have. So obsessed with it, and I definitely recommend those palettes if you guys are looking for something really good, affordable, and versatile. I have two pencil liners to talk about. They're just nude liners for the waterline. I love nude liners. I mean, I feel like they really make your eyes look super open and awake. I love me a smoky lower lash line, but when it comes to an everyday look, I love me some nude liner on the waterline, and I always get compliments on my eyes whenever I do that. So the first one that I have is the Essence Extremely Long Lasting eye pencil. This one is in the shade 06 Silky Nude. It's just the one that I have on my waterline today, and it's just a really nice nude color. The formula is super creamy. You can just see it's like a traditional cream liner, and it just glides on the waterline. I feel like for this being so affordable, it does last a pretty long time without having to touch up. It's not a 12-hour eyeliner, but for like $2 or $3 it does work really good and it does the job. Another one that I really like is from Kokie Cosmetics, which you can get at Walmart. Some Walmarts. My Walmart doesn't sell it. I have to like go to a different one to get it, but I love this brand, and this one's in the shade Champagne. It's just the Velvet Smooth eyeliner. This is a really nice eyeliner. It's a little bit more of a white eyeliner, whereas the Essence one is more of a nude, but this one's really pretty if you really want to make your eyes like stand out, and has a little bit of like a sheen to it because it's like a white with like a champagne sort of like sheen. I don't know, it's really pretty, and I love both of these together. Had to give a shout out to the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with new colors in 2018. I've seen like on Instagram and stuff, but these are just so beautiful. Like I can't believe it took me so long to get them when they first came out, but these are amazing. I really like glitter, and I like glitter looks and glitter cut creases, and I'm really working into expanding my horizons as far as makeup goes, but these are a great start because if you love glitter but you hate the mess like me, these are perfect because you really get that intense glitter effect and there's no mess. These are like genius. I mean, I have a lot of favorite like loose glitters from like the drugstore and stuff like that, but they're just so messy. It honestly like doesn't motivate me to want to use them because there's just glitter everywhere. You get it in your eyes, you get it all over your face and all over your body, and it's just honestly very annoying. So I like these because you get that intense, beautiful effect, but there's no mess. It's literally just like glitter without the nasty glitter everywhere. So that's what they look like right here. I have 3 shades. So starting with this one right over here, this one is called Gold Goddess, and then the one next to it is Kitten Karma, which I love, and then the one all the way on the other side is in the shade Smoldering Satin. I don't think the camera is really honestly going to pick them up, but you can see they are intense. I know it's a little hard to tell, but so beautiful, so like just vibrant on the eyes. I get so many compliments whenever I wear these, and I'm just like, these are amazing, and I have so much product left and I've used them a lot. So I know they're pricey and it looks like you don't really get a lot in this little tube, but you get so much product. It's like amazing. So definitely recommend these. I can't wait to use these up again in 2018 because they really are like bomb.com. Okay, we are moving right along to face products. I have a lot of face and lip products. That's pretty much like the main star of the show as far as the video goes. So let's start off with some primers. So I don't know if I talked about this in my last 2017 or 2016 beauty favorites of last year, but I had to mention it again because I love this so much and I see such a difference in my makeup versus when I use this versus when I don't. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I'm sure you guys have heard about this like everywhere. I know a lot of people use it. I love this so much because it really makes my makeup look 10 times better in my opinion. I like to spray it sometimes before and after, and it just makes my makeup look just more like absorbed into my face versus when like you have makeup that's a little cakey and it kind of just sits on top of your face and it doesn't really look like it's sunken into your pores and your skin, you know what I mean? So this really just gives me like that fresh effect, and if I ever need like a little bit of a pick-me-up on my face, it does that for me, and it's amazing. I love this spritzer. It just sprays so nice. It's so refreshing, especially when your face is just like your makeup is just like blah, you just need a little bit of like a pick-me-up. This is perfect. And I know a lot of people say they don't really see a difference, but I see a huge difference. Like I used to think this was just water at first, but like when I stopped using it, I was like, wait, I need my Smashbox primer water. Just magic in a bottle. I love it. So I love using that and mixing it in combination with other primers for my face. And speaking of primers, I love this one from Fenty Beauty. I have it on today and it's seriously so, like, just makes your skin look so pretty. It's a very hydrating, smoothing, like, I don't know, I want to say pretty primer because it really is. When I put it on, my face just looks more enhanced. It just looks like ready for foundation. This doesn't make your makeup last a long time. It just makes it go on really smooth and just look really beautiful on the skin, which is why I just love it. I love the creamy formula of it, and like I've used so much of this and you can see I still have like so much product left. I love the Fenty Beauty line. Not everything, but for the most part, I would say like 80% of the stuff that I've tried I've been really happy with. The packaging is so luxurious and sleek and beautiful, and this is just a really great primer. I feel like it's very versatile for people with dry, oily skin. I have combo skin and I love it. So love that so much. And then another primer that I love is this one from Soap & Glory. It's the One Heck of a Blot primer. I just bought it on a whim one day and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I love this for like my T-zone and my forehead because it really helps my makeup to last, and it helps me to not have to touch up constantly throughout the day. This reminds me a lot of the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, which is one of my favorite high-end primers. It's just so dry. Like honestly, I used to have severely oily skin. I don't use that primer anymore because my skin hasn't been as oily as it used to be when I was in high school, but that really dries out your face if you're not careful and you use too much, or even if you use a little bit, it can be a little bit overwhelming on the skin. So I like this one because you get that matte look without it being too drying, and you can still feel your face and it doesn't feel super tight. So obsessed with this, and I got mine at Ulta. It was, I wouldn't say it was like $14 or so, but you don't need a lot, so a little bit goes a long way. You can also find Soap & Glory at Target now, which is great. So love this. I want to talk about this Milani Make It Dewy setting spray and the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'll insert a picture of it right here because I completely ran out and I threw out the bottle by accident like a few days ago, and I was like, damn it, I need that for my Best of Beauty. But I'm going to show you guys this and that one because these are like my two top favorite setting sprays at the drugstore. They are just so good. The Make It Last is really good if you really want to make your makeup last all day. I'd recommend that one maybe if you have like combo to oily skin because it keeps you matte for like long periods of time without having to constantly be touching up your makeup. So I really liked that one for whenever I was going to have a long day, maybe at work or something, and I really didn't have time to touch up my makeup at my internship when I was at school, just for really long days. And that seriously works so good, and like the bottle lasted me so long. I did repurchase it a lot throughout the year, but like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And then I love this Make It Dewy because sometimes like my skin gets a little bit dry. Like lately it's been a little dry. I used it today and I feel like I need a little bit of an enhancement on my makeup. I don't want it to be completely matte, but I still want a little bit of hydration, and I don't want to look oily as well. I kind of want like that perfect balance in between, and this does that for me. This is seriously the prettiest dewy setting spray ever. I love this so much. I love the way it smells, the way it sprays. It's just, it just feels so refreshing and nice on the skin. Like, I love it. It smells like flowers. Like, it's just such a nice spray, and it says 16-hour wear. Personally, I don't wear my makeup for that long, but it does make your makeup last a very long time. Oh, I almost forgot these primers. The Becca Backlight, no, this is the First Light Priming Filter. I have the Backlight here because I wanted to kind of talk about both of them. I love these primers so much. They are really pretty if you want like that glow from within without being too extra. But this primer has been so good. It's very similar to the Backlight Priming Filter, but the First Light Priming Filter, which is this purple one right here, I feel like it's a little bit more of like an everyday natural primer. This one, it can be a little intense. If you use too much or if you mix it with foundation, you can definitely tell that you're glowing. But this, like, if I was going to work or school every day, I would wear this on an everyday basis because it's not too much. It doesn't make you look greasy or oily or like too glowy. It's just like a really light glow from within. It's absolutely beautiful. I was a little scared at first just because the tube is purple, but it's really, really pretty, you guys. Like when you blend it into your skin looks healthy, it looks luminous, and don't let the purple tint scare you because it blends into the skin seamlessly, and like you're not gonna be purple on your face. Like, oh, I love it. It has like this really fresh, like citrus lemon scent, which I absolutely love. So it's just really, really gorgeous. You could totally mix this with foundation. I personally just like it on my skin. I'll go in with the Smashbox primer water with my foundation, and literally I look so like glowy and pretty and fresh. So I love this primer. This one I love in the summer, the backlight priming filter, because it has a little bit of like a champagne undertone, so I feel like it works well with my skin tone. But this one is like my everyday go-to glowy foundation primer. Okay, let's talk about foundations. This was really hard for me. I really tried to narrow it down. I got 3 top favorites that I feel like I used a ton. So the first one is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. This is incredible. Like, this is literally, I think, like $5 at Ulta. I'm so happy that Ulta sells LA Girl now, but it's a foundation I'm wearing on my skin today, and I love this foundation. It gives me medium to full coverage, it's buildable, and it's just a very natural finish on the skin. This was one of those foundations where like I would just always go to it, like if I didn't know what look I was wearing or I didn't know really what I was doing for the day. I just went with this because I know that it works for my skin every single time. So this one is in the shade 644 Natural. This matches me pretty good right now, I would say. It's like a really, really good match. I just love everything about the foundation. The packaging, it comes with a pump. This is a dupe for the Makeup Forever Pro HD foundation as well. Like, hands down, this is the best dupe that I found that gives me the same effect, same coverage, same finish. The Makeup Forever one does have more shades than the LA Girl one, but it's a really good alternative if you can find your shade and if you love that foundation, because it's just perfect. It doesn't give me like an overly dewy finish or an overly matte finish. It's just like natural. It's so, so pretty. And then another foundation I want to talk about is this Lottie London Selfie Ready foundation. Now, this is not my shade. I left my shade at school in my dorm, but this is way too dark. I would mix this one with the other one in the summer when I was tan. I'm in the shade Soft Sand. This is Rich Toffee. I am not that dark. Hopefully in a couple months I will be, but right now I'm not this dark. But this foundation is beautiful. It gives me the best coverage, and it just looks kind of like skin. This gives me a little bit more coverage without having to use as much than the LA Girl one. So I really like this one, kind of just like maybe if I'm wearing my makeup for more of a longer period of time, or I want like just a more fuller coverage look, if I'm wearing like a heavy glam. Like, it's just such a beautiful foundation. It's so long wearing, and random, but Lottie London I think is actually sold at Forever 21 or H&M. No, I think it's Forever 21. I found this on Ulta's website and I think it was like $6, but it's just a really, really great full coverage foundation. This is, in my opinion, more of like a natural powder finish. It's not matte, like excessively matte, but it is a little bit more on the matte side, whereas this one's a little bit more natural. So I feel like if you have oily skin, you would absolutely love this foundation, because I used it in the summer a lot and it was beautiful. And last but not least, I want to talk about the Fenty Beauty foundation. I love this foundation for more so going out. This is not, in my opinion at least, an everyday foundation. Very full coverage. It doesn't give flashback. I went out a couple times this past semester with friends and we'd be taking pictures and stuff, and I would look back and my face was not white, which is like a big thing, especially when I'm going out. Like, I don't really take pictures with flash on a daily, like selfies and stuff like that, but like when it comes to going out, I know a lot of people tend to do that with their iPhones and stuff, and this does not give me flashback. So love it, love the packaging, love the wearability. Like, it literally is super full coverage. So that's what I mean. This is not an everyday foundation. This is more full coverage in my opinion than this Lottie London foundation, but this is a good drugstore option. But this is great if if you're going out, if you have an event. I think this would even be great for like weddings or something, because it really is long wearing, full coverage, and it doesn't give flashback, which I feel like are like the 3 main things. And I love this foundation with this primer together. I feel like they work really, really good together. Damn girl, you talk a lot. Okay, concealers. This is like not really a surprise. I have 2 standout concealers of the year. First one, of course, the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer. So many of you guys have been writing me on Snapchat, on Instagram, basically on all my socials, and telling me how much you love this concealer, and I am so happy because I don't really hear anybody really in the beauty community talking about this concealer, and you need to. Like, it is amazing. It's incredible. This is the closest thing that I have found to be like the Tarte Shape Tape. I love the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Like, that is so good. But this is a really great dupe for it, because I almost feel like it gives you the same coverage as the Tarte one, but it's a little, like a tiny bit more creamy, this one, versus that one. That one can be a little thick, can be a little overwhelming, I think, especially if you have dry skin. But this one is just like, the formula is so creamy. You don't need a lot to get that full coverage look. You don't need to layer it. You get that full coverage look instantly. Love this so much. I love it with my beauty blender or my sponge. Just feel like it doesn't even crease on my under eye as much as some other concealers. I always get those little fine lines, like there's no hiding them for me. I always get them, but with this I feel like it's not as enhanced, which I really like. Another standout concealer for me is this one from Nars. It's the Soft Matte Complete Coverage Concealer. I have this one in the shade Medium 1 Custard. The reason I love it so much is because it's the first concealer that's in a jar that is full coverage, that's creamy, and that doesn't cake up on my under eye area. I've tried so many concealers in pans, in jars, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it feels so thick, just like clay underneath my eyes, like it just didn't blend. But this one, the formula is just out of this world. Now, I don't like the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. That one creased on me pretty bad, but this one, I don't know what it is. It's just, it works so well for me. So it just comes in a little pot like this. You can see it's super cute. The formula is great. It gives me great coverage, definitely medium to buildable, and I just really love the way it makes my under eye look because it is a soft matte finish. It's not overly dry though, so if you have dry under eyes or something, I don't think it's going to accentuate anything. Just make sure you use a good eye cream or something underneath, but it really does give you like that really nice kind of like powder finish without actually having to set it. For powders, I have really two that stood out to me the most. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is like one of the softest powders I've ever used in my life. It's just so beautiful. I love the packaging of it. I have this one in the shade 20. I could probably go down to shade like 10. I tried shade 15 and it was a little too pinky for my skin, so I would probably go down to 10. The reason I love it so much is because it's almost like a neutral banana color. It's not obviously super bright, but I have it on my eyes actually underneath today, but it still gives you that brightening effect. It really smooths your under eye area out really nicely, and it doesn't give me a white cast or anything, so it's just a really great finishing powder. Sometimes I've even used it to set my face and it just looks flawless. As far as setting my face, I love the Sephora Micro Smooth Finishing Powder. I have this one in the shade Claire Light 15. It just looks like this. Kind of reminds me of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the sense that it is very smooth, very creamy. This literally does what it says. It's a micro smooth finishing powder. It makes my face look so smooth, and like I really love it on these areas right here, like in my nose. It tends to get a little cracked and cakey, sometimes with foundation or my cheeks. I feel like whenever I don't use this and I go to apply a bronzer or blush, it just doesn't look as good. Like this really makes my face look smooth, and all my products go on super smooth over top. So it's just a really great setting powder, and it doesn't give me flashback. It's not white, it's just Alright, I have a contour and highlighting kit that I wanted to shout out. This one is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Contouring Kit. I actually got this at Tjmaxx, and I feel like this was the year where Tjmaxx just like really, I don't know, it was just such a standout store for me. Like I've been shopping there for years, since I was like in high school. I've loved Tjmaxx, Marshalls, Ross, but like this was a year that I feel like they've had so much makeup and skincare products that I really gravitated towards, and I found this there for $8 and I used the crap out of it. This is very similar to the Anastasia contour kit. You can see you get your light shades down here and then your warmer shades to contour. I love this palette so much just because it is a little bit on the warm side. I prefer warm tone bronzers to contour. I know they say you're supposed to use cool tone, but I'm like, girl, there's no rules to makeup. So that's why I love this so much, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just perfect. I used it today to contour a little bit and it's just perfect. Another standout product for me as far as like bronzer goes is this one from Lottie London. It's the Tan Time bronzer. I'm also wearing this today. I pretty much tried to wear a lot of my favorites in today's video on my face. So this is a really warm like terracotta bronzer, but I have it on today very lightly. I dusted it all around my face and I love it so much. The formula is so smooth and it is a very rich bronzer, but it is so pretty on the cheeks. You could even use this as a blush. And I know it can be a little bit intimidating, but if you just dab your brush and then blend it out lightly, you can get a very wearable look. Okay, so my next product is blush. I've learned to love blush within the past couple of years. I don't know what it is, but I was never a huge fan of blush in my past life in high school. But now I love blush and I use it every single time I wear my makeup. So this is the Anastasia Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. I love this packaging, by the way. It's like so sleek. I love Anastasia. Their face products, I've never had any issues with them. As far as like blushes and highlighting powders and stuff go, they are just incredible when it comes to the formula, but this is probably the softest blush I've ever used to date. I don't know what's in here, but it's like literally magical. I will take my brush and literally swirl it in all the colors, tap off the excess a little bit, apply it to my cheeks. I'm wearing it today. And it just gives me the prettiest color, and it's like such a smooth formula. It's never blotchy. It's always just like smooth and airbrush, which is why I love it. So this is my perfect color. Like These peachy tones are everything. And I use this blush in the winter, obviously now. In the summer, it's just, I use it all the time, even though it is like a summery blush. I love colors like this on a daily because they give you a nice wash of color without being too like pinky or like overwhelming. Okay, for highlighter, I really narrowed it down to 3 of my favorites. The first one is another product that I got from Tjmaxx. I've used the crap out of this highlighter. This is the brand right here. I've mispronounced it so many times I'm not even gonna bother anymore, but it's right here. Screenshot it, go get it. It's amazing. I got this a few months ago, but I hope it's still there. I'm gonna like hunt for it and see if I can find it again. It's like literally all falling apart, but I love this highlighter so much. This is one of the most intense highlighters ever. This was only $4 at Tjmaxx, and I've used so much of it. This was my favorite color. It is a really, really intense, beaming highlighter, and the crazy part is that when you swatch it, it doesn't feel very smooth, but when you actually apply it, it is like bam, in your face, super intense glow, which is why I love it. So this was definitely like my go-to highlighter for a couple of months until obviously I ran out and I was like, oh no. I'm not a huge fan of these colors right here. I mostly use this one for sure. A little bit of this one, but this one was my favorite. And I mean, for $4, I don't really mind not using these two because it was so affordable to begin with. Okay, 2 other highlighters. I'm actually wearing them today. So the first one is the Makeup Forever highlighter in the shade 02. These are actually the Pro Fusion highlighters. Did you hear my voice? Puberty. But this is what it looks like. These are, oh my gosh, I don't even have a word for them, but this was beautiful, and I know it can be a little intimidating looking at a gold highlighter, but this is so wearable. I promise you it's not going to look like a gold streak on your cheeks. I am wearing it today and I love it. This is like such a wet formula. Literally, your skin looks wet when you have this on your cheeks. It's so smooth. It's not glittery. It's not chunky. Nothing. It is just the smoothest highlighter I've ever used to date. Not even kidding. I know that's very dramatic because I have a lot of favorite highlighters, but this formula is just very different. It's like no other. And look at that, like my hand right there, it looks wet. Like it's crazy. They have another one in the shade 01. I really like that one as well, but this one I feel like just suits my skin tone a little bit more because it has like that gold champagne undertone. Love that. And then I thought I had something in my teeth for a second. And then another standout highlighter. I guess I'm kind of cheating. No, I'm kind of not. I started using this around September, so a pretty long time. I'm wearing it today. I mixed it. This is the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife. Now this, obviously this is not, like, for some people it's not going to be wearable. I think it's wearable. So what I do is I'll just dip my brush in here. Literally, I'll show you what I do. I do this. The lightest bit, and then I'll just apply it to my cheekbones and I'll mix it. And for me, like I'm wearing it today, I feel like it can be wearable. But this, I will say, this is a glittery highlighter. So my favorite way to wear this is not so much for an everyday look. Like I'll do it because I'm super extra, but my favorite way to wear this is at night. Like if I'm going out somewhere and I'm taking pictures with flash, because you can really see it in pictures. It looks so intense and so beautiful. And the glitter actually looks really pretty. So I know glitter isn't ideal for every single day, but like I said, if you're going out or something for an event, or I don't know, you just want to be going out with friends or something, it is just so beautiful. Yes, it's yellow, but in my opinion, you can make it work, and it's just stunning. This could even be an eyeshadow color. It's just really, really a great highlighter, and this formula is just nothing like I've ever used before. I've never had a highlighter that's like glittery, but it's not chunky glitter. I feel like I said, it looks pretty. It doesn't look like something cheap. It looks really good, and this color is just so unique, so intense, and I think so many different skin tones can wear it. Like I'm wearing it right now. If you're darker, if you're lighter, don't be scared to use highlighters like this, because with a light brush and a light hand, you can totally make it work for every single day. So we're almost done, like kind of. I just pretty much have to go through lip products and brushes, and then we'll be done. Okay, let's try to like run through the lip products quickly. So first, let's start off with these. These are the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Paints. I'm wearing these today. I'm mixing the 2 colors because I love these together. The first one is in the shade Peach Pit, which looks like this, and the other one is in the shade Festival 346. So that is what they look like. Love the packaging. They're just like, they twist out, and then it comes with a little wand right there. So Peach Pit is literally a really nice peach color. It's a little bit more of a darker peach. It's not very bright, which is why I like it, because I don't really like pinky peach colors too much. I feel like they kind of make my teeth look yellow, and I'm not about that life. So The other one is in Festival, and it's more of a darker brown neutral color. But when you mix the two, which is what I'm wearing on my lips today, I don't know, it's just like the perfect color mixing them. So it looks a little darker on my lips right now. But yeah, that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. And it's just a really great formula. It's long wearing. It's like a moussey formula on the lips, so it doesn't really feel like you're wearing anything, which is makes it so comfortable and long wearing for every single day. So love those. And then as far as lip liners, I've used these L'Oreal lip liners for a while, and they are so creamy and pigmented. Like, this is probably my favorite color. It's in the shade 114. I mean, you can tell that I love it. You can see how beat up it is, but I'm wearing it also today, and it's just a really nice nude color. It goes with a lot of different lip liners, or liquid lipsticks, everything. It's just a great lip liner to have. The Bare Minerals Buttercream lip glosses. Oh my gosh, I love them. I'm gonna put the lip colors that I'm wearing down below because I'm wearing like a million different shades on my lips. I'm wearing the shade Sugar over top of those matte paints that I have on. These are the most buttery, creamy, long wearing lip glosses I've ever used. I love it. There's one thing I don't like about them, which is the smell. They kind of smell like crayons a little bit. It's not my favorite. It goes away, like when you have it on your lips, like you don't really smell it too much, but I don't care about the smell because the formula right now is just like out of this world. So I have two shades. I have the shade Totally and Sugar. So Totally is the lighter color. Sugar is like more of the pinky color. And I don't know if you can really tell, but look how wet they are. They're wet, they're creamy, they're buttery, they glide on the lips, they're long wearing. Like, you can't really ask for much in a gloss like this. They're not sticky. So another lip gloss I want to talk about, these are more affordable. Actually, no, let me talk about the Fenty Beauty and then I'll get into the drugstore one. So the Fenty Beauty gloss, this is just this is just the universal gloss. First of all, it smells like fruit punch. Second of all, I love this with anything. Like, I wore this a lot at my internship because it's a really natural your lips but better color. So I would do like a little bit of lip liner, top this over top, and boom, I was done. It's a really great color. Topped with anything, it looks beautiful. It makes your lips look really wet. Love the smell of it. I love the packaging, everything. I'm obsessed. This is great. And then I have the e.l.f. lip glosses. These are really great if you don't want to spend a lot of money, although I do think the Bare Minerals glosses are totally worth it. These are really good. They aren't super long wearing, but I like the way they look on the lips because they almost have like this, I don't know, like this wet, juicy glass looking on your lips. They're not the worst when it comes to like the longevity, but they're definitely not as long wearing as the Bare Minerals ones, but they're still really great. They're only $6, and I don't know, I really like the formula. These are a little bit sticky, like a tiny bit, but they're still super creamy, and I really like these also because you can see that wet look that I'm talking about? Oh, they just make your lips look so juicy. So obsessed with these. Come on, camera. The nude one I love because it has like little tiny specks of like glitter. Don't be scared when I said glitter now. It looks pretty. It's not chunky. It's still like super smooth on the lips. It's in the shade Champagne Glam. And then the darker one, I love this. It's Mocha Twist. This is great for like every single day, like your lips but better. Okay, this last gloss I really love because it's almost like a duochrome holographic juicy lip gloss. This is the NYX Glam lip gloss, and this one's in the shade Beat Goes On. I wore this a lot. It just looks like this. Don't let the pink scare you. It scared me at first, but this literally is so pretty. Like, it has this gold duochrome reflex to it when like the light hits your lips. I want you to see that. Do you see how like gold, like it reflexes a little bit? I know it's kind of hard to tell. I have a lot of natural light coming in right now in my room, but you can see how gorgeous that is. I love this with like a nice like neutral pink lip liner and then like a lipstick over top. It really prolongs your lip products and it gives you like this beautiful, unique sheen to the cheeks, or the lips. I love it. What I like about it is the fact that there is like a little bit of gold reflex like glitter to it, but it doesn't feel chunky on your lips. It just feels creamy and smooth and buttery, and that's why I like all the glosses that I talked about, because even though some of them are a little bit sticky like the e.l.f. ones, they're still creamy and they're not going to feel like you have a million different like chunks on your lips, which is gross. Okay, so honestly those are all of the makeup products. Now we can move into brushes. I'm going to try to go through these quick because I actually have more than I expected and this video is longer than what I want it to be. So let's just go through some of these. So I'm going to start off with my favorite Morphe brushes. Again, not sponsored. The first one that I have is the Morphe R2. This is a great bronzer brush. Like literally it makes bronzer go on seamlessly. I love it just for like literally bronzing my face, my double chin. It's just a really great bronzer brush to have. I love how it tapers up a little bit, and I love how fluffy it is and like how many hairs there are. It's just great, and I have had no shedding with this brush whatsoever. Some of my Morphe brushes do shed. I don't like every single brush that I've tried from them, but this one is awesome. I also love the handle, everything. This feels like an expensive brush, which is why I really like it, because it's not that expensive. So great for bronzer. If you're like me and you like that bronze look for every single day, that's a great brush to have. For contouring, I have two from LA Girl. The first one is the LA Girl 107 brush. This is really good if you want more of a chiseled cheek. Like right here, you just take your bronzer, apply it here, and it gives you like that natural chiseled look without being too harsh, which is why I love it. It's kind of a little bit tapered on the front, and it's still really fluffy, so it gives you that look without being too harsh or intense on the face. And then another brush that I love, you need this brush in your life. This is the LA Girl 104 brush. The reason I like this one is because it's like a stippling brush. This is like my favorite material when it comes to applying powder products on my face, because it just really gives you like that soft airbrush look. So if you like an everyday contour like myself, I did it today with the contour kit earlier, it gives you like that airbrush look without being too harsh. This one gives you a little bit more of a defined look. This one gives you more of a diffused look because of the way the bristles are on the brush. Does that make sense? I hope it does, but I love this brush. For blush, as I mentioned earlier, Tjmaxx killed it this year with like makeup and makeup brushes, and they have really great little makeup brush kits. So these two were like my favorite brushes. This Isabella Scott brush, it's perfect for like blush. You see how big and like dome it is? It's perfect right for blush on your cheeks because it gives you like that soft look. I used this one today. It's also from Tjmaxx. It's the Ollie and Olivia brush. You can see I used it. I love it. So soft, and it just, I don't know, these are like the fluffiest brushes ever, and they don't shed, and they're perfect. You could even use this for bronzer as well, like to bronze your skin, and it's just perfection. For foundation, I love the Morphe M439. I know this is very popular, but this gives you such an airbrush full coverage look. Really love this for like packing on the product. It doesn't absorb your foundation in here, which is great because you don't have to use a lot, but you still get that full coverage look with this brush. Love the way the bristles are. It's just the perfect foundation brush. It's great. And I love how Morphe is sold at Ulta, because they don't have everything there, but they do have quite a few things, and they have some brushes there. So if you're there, check it out. It's such a great foundation brush if you don't like to use beauty blenders and you want a full coverage look. That's a great brush. I also want to give a shout out to these Moda Prismatic face brushes. These come in like a kit of like four. You can get them at Walmart. These are really great for cream products. This gives you such a full coverage, flawless foundation routine. I love these. I know they look so cute, like spoons, right? They're adorable, and I love this packaging. And they have little tiny ones. Let me just get them. These tiny ones right here are perfect for contouring your nose, cream products. I really like them because they're so easy. Like if you're on the go and you want like a really full coverage look without taking like 20 minutes to blend out your foundation, these are good brushes because they get the job done in less than 5 minutes. Like not even kidding. These are amazing. They don't absorb any product, and they're really great brushes. So love these as well for getting tiny areas on your face to contour and stuff. They make the process super easy, and I think these are great. I know they can be a little intimidating, but I think if you're a beginner, these can be really good as well. So love these. Another face brush that I have is the Morphe M501. They have another one. It's like a white haired brush. I don't really like Morphe's white hair brushes, to be quite honest with you. I think they're really rough. They shed. They're not my favorite as far as face brushes go. I like the white hair brushes more so for the eyes than the face, but that's just my opinion. But the M501 with the black hair, it's so good. It literally applies your highlighter seamlessly, flawlessly on the cheeks. I love this brush. It is perfection. It's a perfect size. It's just the perfect shape. It's just perfect. I feel like that brush makes my highlighter 10 times more intense than a lot of other brushes that I have. That's why I always go to it. Now let's just quickly talk about some eye brushes, and then we'll finally be done. One of my favorite blending brushes is this. This is the NYX blending brush. I found mine at Ulta. It's just a traditional blending brush, nothing crazy. I used it today in my crease to blend out my crease, and it's so simple, but I think that's why I love it. Like sometimes less is more, and it's just perfect. It's fluffy, it's soft. One of you guys actually recommended it to me. You know who you are. You're amazing. Thank you for the recommendation. I love it. I love taking your recommendations because you guys know me so well and you know what I like. So a lot of times when you guys recommend stuff to me too, I end up loving it. So thank you. But yeah, it's just a really great blending brush for blending out your crease, blending out harsh lines. It's so soft. The bristles are just perfect, and they just really get in there and just give you a flawless looking eyeshadow look. So again, I used it today and it's just amazing. And then another brush that I love is this one, also from Morphe. It's the M433. This one kind of reminds me, well, it is in my opinion a dupe for the Sigma E25 blending brush. I love this for whenever I have like a smoky eye and I want to intensify it a little bit more and add product right into the crease. Like right here, it's perfect for it. The way the bristles are and the way the shape of the brush is, it just makes blending and adding color super easy to do without being too harsh. So I'll just literally go in and just concentrate the product right into the brush. Super quick and easy. I love that. Last two brushes, also from Morphe. The M506. This is one of my favorite brushes for the look that I have on right now, because you see like that, it looks like a winged liner. It's actually eyeshadow. I just used brown eyeshadow, and then I just took it, the brown color, and I just smudged that out, and this brush is perfect for it. When I was doing cut creases as well, this works really well because it's like the perfect crease brush because it's not too big, it's not too small, but you still get in there and you're able to blend and concentrate product in your crease without it being too harsh, too intense. So it's just a really great brush. You can see it's tiny, but it's not too tiny, it's not too big. It's fluffy, but it's not too fluffy. It's just a really all-around great versatile brush for your eyes. You can even use it to like smoke out your lower lash line if you really want like a smoked out simple look. I used a little bit of product on this brush today and I love it. You don't have to use your brushes for specific things. You can use it for whatever you want because there's no rules to makeup. Like you could even use this to like contour your nose, and I feel like it's perfect. Last but not least, the Morphe M432. This is a good brush for really packing in product on your lower lash line. Like if you really want like that defined, smoky, intense look, you get in there, you take your color and you really press it in. I didn't use this today because today's look is very smoky, it's very glam, it's very neutral. But whenever I'm doing like a really intense smoky eye and I really want to like press my eyeshadow on my lower lash line, this is perfect because it's stiff and hard. That's what she said. You can really have a lot of control of your eyeshadow with this brush. So it's just great. I love it. Like I said, I don't love all Morphe brushes, but these are some of my top faves. I did like a whole video on some of my favorites. I went through like the ones that I have and like I told you guys my thoughts on them. So just know that they're not all good, but the ones that are good, they're good. All right, guys, we finally made it to the very end. Thank you so much if you're still watching this video. I love you guys so much. 2017 was a great year and I can't wait for 2018 because I know it's going to be an even more amazing year. So thank you guys for all of your love, all of your support, for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos and comment and do everything that you do. You are all amazing and I wish you all the best, and I hope you enjoyed this long ass video. If you're still watching this, you are loyal, you're the real MVP. If you're not watching this, I still love you. But thank you guys for everything. I love you all and I'll see you in a few days in my next video.